Hey, this is Chip Dizard with Web Video Chefs, and today I'm going to show you how to green screen. We have photographs and move them with keyframes in Final Cut Pro 10. So this is something that I'm showing my class to do, and I want to show you how to do it online as well. So first thing we have here, I'm using Final Cut Pro 10, and I'm using some pictures of some of my students here. And as you see, the green screen is not that great. It's wrinkly in the back, and the lighting's okay. But it's not the greatest. It's okay. So first thing we want to do is key out clips. So what I'm going to do actually is we're going to lay the background first. This black background, you can use any background, but let's start a new project. So we'll go new project and we'll go test. We'll just call it test. And the first thing I like to do is go under our generators. Let's see, where is our generators? I think it's right here. All right, and I use blobs because it moves and it's nice, and then you can change that. So once we put the blobs down, and then you can just hit that, that's fine. So you go here, and then we're going to go over to here to adjust the top shape to any kind of color you want. You know, the bottom shape. So you have your RGB. Red, blue, and green. So if you want to just do something, and then the background, if you want to just, you know, let's just do a black background. Let's see how that looks. And then we have the blob right there. Okay, so something dark, of course not green, and we're going to just take this out. All right, so once we put that there, let's take a picture of, I like this picture a lot, two of my students right here. And then we're going to actually just put it down here on the timeline. So we put it down. The first thing we see that it's not proportional. So we want to go here and we want to select the picture. Then we want to go down here. And we can do one or two things where we can scale it. You can scale it that way. Or you can do, let's see, what else can we do here? We can do spatial conform, fill. And that's another way to do it. We do none. If we do, you could do fill, and then if it's still not right, we can always scale it. It's supposed to be 100%. When we do that fill, okay. When we do spatial conform, let's just type 100 in here. There we go. So it fills it. All right. So right now this picture is, if hit Control 12 seconds. So we're going to move it. And what we're going to do, we're going to just use a good old keyer. But as you see, this is very wrinkly and it's okay. But if I go under here, effects, and I go under keying, then I'm going to just move that over there like that. And you still see the wrinkles, okay? That's still bad, just the lighting and everything like that. So what I want to do in the keyer, I want to make sure I come over and I want to go under, let's just see. Let's see if it gets it here. Now, spill suppression. Actually, I want to go into matte tools. All right, it's a little slow here. Matte tools. And when you go over matte tools, sorry, my computer's catching up here. I have a lot of windows open. As you see it going away, you see when I move the levels over to the right, the darkest black, and you see how they magically go away. And, you know, you can always zoom in to see more if you wanted to, and seeing how it looks. You see a little green over them, but not anything that's terrible. So we're going to do that. All right, so once I do that, for every picture, you're going to go through and do that. You're going to go down, and when you click on the picture, all right, once we do this keyer here, all righty, so we're going to do this. And then what we're going to do, we're going to click on this button right here. This is a transform. And up on the transform, we're going to hit this button. This is a keyframe. So when I keyframe these girls, click right there. And then we're going to move where we want them to go. And where the last ending frame is, where they are. So we're going to move them over to the right. You'll see an arrow come over. When I move them over to the right, you'll see the arrow. Okay, you still see a little spill there. So then you'll see all of these things over here. They adjust as well. If I want to scale it and do some other stuff to it while I'm in the transform. So when I go right here, Okay, and you see how it eases them over. All right, and then you bring the next group of people in. Let's bring this young lady in. She's going to come in right when they are moving to the right. So you put her on another layer. So you're going to click on here. Again, going to make sure your mouse is over here. And then we're going to click on fill. There we go. Fill. Alrighty. So we have fill. And then we're going to keyer. We'll do the same thing. All right, that's a pretty good key right there. So when they come over here, we're going to start her by we're going to start her over here. And we're going to move her, make her a little smaller. All right, so I'm just going to hold the shift key, and then I'm just going to do that. Okay. So just to make her in the same space before we key her in the video. So that's moving over. All right, so she just doesn't want to pop up. We want to make sure she appears in there very nicely, just so it has a smooth entrance. So I'm going to move her over a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just have a fade in. So you'll see what happens. Alrighty. All right, and then they're going to go out, and we're going to fade them out. As we fade them out, you still see a little artifacts there. Actually, that's from this young lady. So let's get rid of her artifacts. So let's go here, and let's go into keyer. Same situation. We do that with this because green screen is so wrinkly and everything like that. So matte tools. Then we're going to just go into levels. All right, so good. Now we have a clean screen right there. Okay. And then they fade in. So we're going to do the same thing with her. And we're going to click on here. And then once they fade out, we want her to start her move right about there. So we're going to start that. And then we're going to make her longer a little bit. And then we're going to click there. And we're going to move right there. So remember, only one keyframe, and it does the rest of the work for you. So here we go. 1, 2. So she fades out. She moves over. And then the next person comes in. So you're going to do that for every video. And then you'll be able to see every green screen. And then you'll be able to see a final version. And if you want to see this, I'll put the link in the show description and the video description. But you'll see how it is once it's finished. And you see how it moves over. Then you add the music and everything like that. So 1, and we have 2 right there. I fade her out. And then the next person, she moves over. All right. So the key. Here we go. Okay, so I use this background blob, and then you have each of the key green screen photos. Okay, photos. Keyframe them all. You're gonna make sure you do spill suppression and matte, and then you're gonna move each of them over. Okay, so that's all. If you have any other questions, you can email us at ask@webvideochefs.com. Thank you, and we will see you soon.